Hey everybody, I'm Travis, and welcome back to the third and final installment of this D&D one-shot series. Our heroes, Hagomar and Throng, have gotten into a little bit of trouble down by a reflecting pool, and that is where we pick up this episode.
So now your mirror image has pulled himself fully out of the water, punched you, and you can see that he looks similar to you, but he's not perfectly the same. He's a mirror. And he's going to go ahead and roll initiative. Figure out what I'm doing. Okay. Alright. So, now that he's punched you, we come to what should be Throng. And, okay. So it's your turn.
All right. All right. I recover from the punch in my gut, and I pull out both of my long sword, my short swords, like squeak, like that. And do some Ginzu chopping, and I'm gonna swing with one of them for 21.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay.
9 damage.
Nine damage, and then I'm going to with my I think it's a bonus action with my two weapon style fighting. I can do a second attack if you want to see that. I had to look it up beforehand.
Okay. You can do weapon fighting. You can add your ability modifier to the damage. Okay, yeah, so you can do a second attack.
Yeah. And so I'll do that.
Wow.
All right.
9 more damage.
And so I swing one way, like yeah, and then immediately like with the left hand swing back the other way.
Yeah, so you slice against him. You can see that he makes a pretty good chunk and like a cut across his chest and against his abdomen. He's not really bleeding from it though. Like it just kind of opens up, and you can actually kind of see like a little bit of like almost like water coming out.
Okay.
But he does look like hurt from it, and he kind of doubles over a little bit, but then he recovers. And is that your turn?
Yeah, and that'll be my turn.
All right. So he recovers and he pulls out 2 swords from his back, and he swings them at you, like in an attempt to, I guess, match blow for blow. 17.
That hits.
All right, you take 6 damage, and he's going to go ahead and make a second attack. Again with the other sword. 15.
That meets.
So it hits.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take 14 damage total.
Woo! An additional 14.
Total 14 over the 2 attacks.
Okay.
So 6 and 8.
Okay.
And then he like laughs. I don't know, however you were doing your voice, but it sounds similar to how you were doing it. And he's like,
yeah, make
he, like,
changes everything.
like he opens up his arms like, and then that does it for his turn.
Okay.
It's now Hagomar's turn.
So I'm gonna kind of run up, and kind of jump off this bench and kind of leap towards him, holding one dagger in each hand, and so I'm gonna try to stab at him with the first dagger.
Okay.
For 4.
So you kind of jump up and you do a stab at him. He kind of moves out of the way at the last second, and you just connect with air.
Okay, and as I'm kind of falling down towards his feet, I take the dagger in my other hand and try to slice at him with that one. 11.
So he moved out of the way of the first one. You try to get him with the second, but again, it's just like the first missing with the first one kind of threw you off balance a little bit. So you just swing at air with both attacks.
Okay.
Now, as you did that and got close, well, sorry, I accidentally moved you. As you did that, your reflection in the water saw what you're doing, and he's like, "Well, if he wants to fight, then I'm all about that action too." And so he crawls up out of the water, and he's actually gonna go ahead and roll initiative himself. He rolls a 16. I don't know why it says blood smacker for him as well, but he's now back as well. And you can see that he pops out.
Oh, evil Hagomar.
Oh no! Oh no!
So is that your?
Yeah, that is
Okay,
it.
so he actually pulls out a sword, which you don't carry a sword. Why would he have a sword? But just because he's your mirror image doesn't mean he has to do everything you do. He's gonna now that he's kind of snuck up behind you, he's gonna go ahead and take a swing at you. 20.
Yeah, that hits.
8 damage.
Goodness.
Run!
That tends to be my my way of things.
He's gonna just kind of.
Um,
I'm Hagomar, or some call me Grimlock, because I like lying for no reason. And that's his turn.
as a reaction, as he hits me, I'm gonna cast Hellish Rebuke.
Okay.
On him at first level.
So he needs to make a dexterity save.
Dexterity saving throw.
Okay. He rolls it. He doesn't pass.
Okay.
He rolled 2.
So it'll be 13 fire damage.
Ow, hurt, burn, ouch.
Yeah, right.
So as he hits you, you turn around, do your rebuke. I don't know how that would look exactly, but then he gets covered in flame temporarily, and wow, singed off a little bit of bad Hagomar's hair. And
Yeah.
That's, all right, so then that would be Throng. It's your turn again.
All right. So I'm going to use Hunter's Sense. And so I want to look at my doppelganger and learn if he has any damage, immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities.
So he does not. He doesn't have any resistances, but he doesn't have any special vulnerabilities either.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Is that an action?
Yeah, that's an action. Yeah.
Okay.
And then oops. Oh. I'm trying to get rid of something. Okay, and then if I take that as an action, I can't swing with my offhand. Is that how that works?
Yeah, so having 2 attacks, you still only get 1 action. So if you use your action, that doesn't mean you get to still use your second attack.
Got it. Okay. Then in that case, then I am good. That'll be my turn.
All right. So since you, he just sees you kind of staring at him, kind of checking him out, and he's just like, oh, and he lunges to swing at you with his sword. I mean, a sword. 8. I'm assuming that doesn't hit. So he misses with the first one. He, even though you're kind of staring at him, you're paying enough attention to kind of dodge out of the way. And he tries to cut back again. 18.
Okay. That hits.
Okay, so you take 5 damage.
Okay.
And that's his turn.
21 minus 5.
So we come back to Hagomar.
Okay. I am going to use the gift bestowed on me by my patron and use Fey Presence, which will, in a 10-foot cube originating from me, require people to make a wisdom save against my warlock spell save. So
Okay.
that would be they have to beat a 12.
Would Throng have to make that as well?
Yeah, he can.
What is that? Wisdom save?
Yeah.
Okay, so neither of them pass.
Okay, so they're gonna both be charmed,
Okay.
and sort of fall in love with the appearance of the good lady, Titania, the queen of the fairies. And you can.
Okay, so they both suddenly kind of like get a strange look in their face, and they look at you and they're like, "Huh."
And she said, she's like, why all this fighting? We should all work together. We have so much in common, all of us.
That's a good point. They just kind of start staring off, and sounds good to us.
Why? If only there was a key that you guys could share amongst each other.
And well, I mean, it's probably a lot to happen in 6 seconds, but
Sure.
they just kind of shrug. You mentioned the key, and they're like they kind of nod, but that kind of okay. So that would be the end of your turn, right?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So then we go to Bad Hagomar, and because he's kind of charmed, he's just kind of spending his time kind of reflecting, and he doesn't attack. And then we come back to Thrawn, Blood Smacker.
All right. With them charmed, I am just going to do a what is it? I'm gonna add it. I'm going to do Slayer's Prey, Pew, pew. Which gives me extra 1d6 to a specific target. So I'll do that. I'll do that to Bad Throng.
Okay.
And then attack them with my actual action.
Okay.
With a short sword for 13.
I don't believe that hits.
I don't think it does.
No, it does actually.
Oh, yay!
And
then
so he takes 9 and then 1d6 on top of that, right?
Yeah.
Does that get added to? Okay, yeah. So okay, so he takes 15.
15, yeah.
So you get a pretty good slice on him. He's looking pretty hurt.
That's my attack noise, and that's good.
Is that the only attack you're taking?
Oh yeah. I guess I'll do the second one. Yep.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Yeah, that hits.
For
10.
So
the 1d6 only is for the first time.
oh, is it? Okay. Yeah. Well, so you get him pretty good with the first time, and then you come back for another swing, you slice him kind of right across like the throat, and he just kind of falls back, and then he disintegrates, and he's dead. Well, he doesn't disintegrate. He kind of turns into water and falls back into the lake.
And I raise my sword up in the air and go, and then sniff, pull my hand back down. That's my turn.
Okay. Now we come to Hagomar.
I say to evil Hagomar, I'm like, you and I, we see eye to eye. We understand each other. So why don't we put all this nonsense aside, and why don't you just give us the key that we came here for?
He kind of stares at you, and he shakes his head.
All right. Can I still attack, or is it?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
I'll say that since it was, query that you can still attack.
All right. Well, then I'll swing with my mace.
And you got maces and daggers.
For 4.
No, that he as he shrugs, like he somehow dodges out of the way of your mace attack.
What?
All right, and then.
And that's so the charm, that wears off, right?
A charmed creature can attack. The charmer has advantage on any ability checks to interact socially with a creature. Not that I had any checks in that.
Well, the reason why I didn't ask for checks is because he legitimately doesn't know.
Yeah, that's fair. It doesn't say anything in the book here about that.
Well, the fate presence says that creatures that fail their saving throws are all charmed or frightened by you until the end of your next turn.
Oh well, then it's done.
Yeah. So he's good to go. Oh, that's the wrong. Okay. So then that comes to his turn, and now he shakes it off, and then he gets like an angry look on his face. He's like, you, and he's gonna swing at you. 21.
He's much better at being me than I am, because that definitely hits.
You take 8.
Go.
I'm feeling real bad here, Throng.
And he's like, and then that's his turn.
Don't even sweat it, little pal. What I'm gonna cast Zephyr Strike.
All right.
Which Zephyr Strike, it's a bonus action. You move like the wind until a spell ends. Your movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. Once before the spell ends, you can give yourself advantage on one weapon attack roll on your turn. That attack extra 1d force damage on a hit. Okay.
So is that 5 force? Is that the 1d? So that's 1d8.
Yeah, that'd be the 1d8. And so now I'm actually gonna swing with advantage.
Okay.
On the first one. Oh, great.
No, that hits.
Okay. So
I'm
5.
weak AF.
Yeah, they're not. So 5 and then 8, or 5 and 5, right? Because of the force damage. So
5,
10 total.
Yep.
Okay.
And then swing one more time with the other.
Okay, go ahead, swing.
Sorry, that's. Sorry.
24. Yep, that hits. So 6 more damage.
Yep.
He's looking pretty hurt. He's kind of. You can see like water oozing out of some cuts on him. He's like, oh.
Get away from Haggy. You're no Haggy. I know Haggy.
I'm Haggy.
You're no Haggy.
All right. Well, is that your turn?
That's fair, yeah.
All right, Hagomar, the real one.
Well, I definitely am Haggy, and I disengage and then run. Are these 5-foot blocks?
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20. Way back over here.
Okay.
You got this, Throng.
Yeah, come back here.
He's not coming back anywhere.
So since he sees his mirror image run off, he actually attempts to kind of chase after him, but that can incite like an opportunity attack.
Yeah.
So,
Hey.
yeah. So as he like turns his back to you, to chase after the other hag, you just slice down, and you cut right through him, and he just splashes into water, and then he's gone. And
You saved me, Throng.
Told you he's not coming back anywhere.
so that ends that fight.
Woo!
Congratulations. You've slain your doppelgangers.
Way to end it. Dead at.
Alright. Alright, so as they splash into water and disappear, you see a figure emerge from the bushes over here.
Fuck. All we had to do was go in the bushes?
I'm Howard.
And you see as what appears to be Edwin comes out of the bushes. He doesn't look quite the same as the Edwin before. He looks like a mirror image of him. Oh, thank you. I don't know where those guys came from. Just sitting here minding my own business as I often do. And suddenly they showed up and they chased me out of the water.
Or how does he look different from the Edwin we saw earlier?
So his clothes are not torn up. And he looks like if you were looking at Edwin in a mirror, so all his features kind of reversed, but other than that, he looks pretty much the same. He doesn't look as gaunt or as tired.
I kind of walk with my hands up, just kind of like, you're all right. We're not. We don't want any trouble.
Yeah, of course. I wouldn't. I'm not a fighter. I don't.
You're not a water mirror person, are you?
Well, I mean, I live in the lake.
So you are.
I've lived there all my whole life. I guess.
Well, I mean, since you've spent so much time in the lake, I wonder, would you happen to know about maybe like a stone, maybe like a sphere, somewhere in the lake that might be around here somewhere?
What do you mean this? And he holds up a stone sphere in his hand.
No, not. Oh, wait, yes, exactly that. That's actually what we're here for.
I cut his head off.
Okay. Yeah, well, great. I mean, what are you planning on doing with it? I found it in the lake a long time ago. I don't know what it's really for.
A friend of ours actually has quite the extensive collection of smooth geometrical figures, and he's really been looking for a sphere. We heard we could find one here. Really, we're just trying to help him out.
Help him out, yes. Well,
But those guys, they were really scary, right? Like we don't.
Yeah.
Why don't we just take the spear? You don't have to worry about those, and we'll put that spear in a safe
well,
place.
you killed them, didn't you?
Well,
They look just like you. Hagomar, go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Happy to do so. Okay, no, not on persuasion. 8.
Yeah, so he's like, he kind of holds the spear back and he's like, you've got to explain what this is all about. I've all my life I've just been in this lake. But part of me thinks that I used to have a wife.
Yeah, you know,
Family.
you remind us a lot of another guy we know who does have a wife, and
Yes. Yeah,
uh,
he's right.
I,
Had
I
a wife.
I almost wonder if by taking that stone and placing it in the collection that I mentioned earlier,
Yeah, he's right. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
If that would in some way set everything right, all this mixy mashy hullabaloo, and
How about we take you to meet him?
I don't think I can go further than the lake. I don't
Well,
dare leave the lake.
have you ever tried? You are not in the lake now.
I make a persuasion check.
Okay. Yeah, I'm the one that persuades people to do
the king of persuasion.
No, I can't leave the lake. It's too dangerous. Every time I get further than these trees, I start hurting and it feels like I'm losing myself. But I have these memories. My wife, you said my wife, but I remember her dying.
Your wife.
She was sick.
And I look at Hagomar. Your wife is alive and well in the not lake world.
Make a deception check.
King of deception?
You lie. Why do you? I remember her dying. She was sick, and I tried to save her. Not me.
You're
Someone
right.
else,
It was
not me. Tried to save her. Someone that was me. That's so confusing.
Yeah, I think what might be happening here, and stick with me, just like those other really scary guys who looked just like me and him, I think there may be another version of you, somewhere around here, had the wife that you remember, and he's working very hard to bring her back. I think what he really needs is this stone sphere, and I have the feeling if you give it to us, we could maybe put all of this back together and maybe fix the predicament that you're in.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh, with the advantage.
Oh, 2.
18.
Okay. This other me. He did awful things.
What sort of things?
Our wife, his wife, my wife, she's dead. She can't be brought back. He tried to save her. But he did awful things to try to save her. She was sick. And he turned to some awful things to try to save her. And I don't think it went the way it was supposed to. I remember the fires, the villagers.
Gotta kill that motherfucker.
Well, you have our word that we're gonna make sure to set this right.
She was sick, and then everyone else got sick, and she got better for a while. She's gone now. Yeah, take it. You shouldn't help him, but you've got to do something. I don't want it. I don't want it. And he.
I take the stone and put it in my backpack.
As soon as you take the stone, he runs and jumps in the back of the lake and swims up.
Okay, all right.
No!
He doesn't want nothing to do with this anymore.
As he runs off, I kind of run up onto the bench and stand on the bench and kind of grab Throng as high up close to the shoulder as I can. I pull at him and I'm like, listen to me, Throng. Listen to me. I don't know what's going on here. People are all mixed up. They don't know left from right or now from then, and it's just you and me. It's you and me, Throng. So we're gonna keep the fact that I got the stone real hush hush, right? Real hush hush until we can find all three of them. You know, find the other two, and then we'll put them in the fountain at the same time. I don't.
What you're saying is I shouldn't mention the stone to either people, right? Either the robot or Edwin.
Absolutely, nothing gets by you, Throng. That's why you're my best friend. Let's.
Well, nothing gets by me when it's you. That's for damn sure.
That's right.
Now that demon thing, I'm telling you right now, when the second we get a chance, we're going back there and we're going to kill him.
Yeah, good old Throng. That's what I love about you, you know. Let's get out of here. Let's go see if we can figure out what Howard knows about this last stone.
I do want to ask about like fatigue and rest and stuff like that. Does it time feels like it's passing, but does it feel like it's passing? Like
it doesn't. I mean, you're not getting tired. Like you feel like you could stay up forever, but obviously you're still got hurt from the attacks. You don't know that sleep would necessarily help, or even if you could sleep, it just feels like time moves here, but it doesn't move in the same way that it would in. I mean, this is just a regular place in a normal area, and has no real effects whatsoever. It's just your regular old space mansion.
Regular old space manor.
So if okay, we'll do it like this. Hagomar, can we tend to our wounds for a few minutes before we move forward?
Oh, I'd love to, but I have very little to help with how hurt I feel. Unless we're just doing a rest.
Well, maybe if we just sit down and touch ourselves.
Touch ourselves.
So you sit down on the bench and you kind of wait, but you don't really feel any better. It doesn't feel like your resting for a short while really had any effect.
Okay. Good enough.
But there are ways.
I go put my foot in the water.
It feels nice. But you don't know. Like the water feels very calm and cool. But putting your foot in the water doesn't have any effect. Make a perception check.
Okay.
So, you do think that there's something special about this water. It's probably the finest water that you've ever seen. From a water perspective, as far as purity and clarity. But again, putting your foot.
I cut my hand into the water and try a sip.
So as you drink the water, you do feel better, and your wounds start to heal. But if you continue to drink, maybe that would have even more effect.
I take my water skin
Mhm.
and I pour it out, and I fill my water skin with this lake water and start like chugging it like a co-ed on spring break.
Right. After about 12 gallons, no, I'm kidding. So after about a few cups full, Hagomar, you feel like your wounds are fully healed. You feel like you've had a long rest, one might say.
Sweet action.
Oh, how did that taste?
Oh, it's refreshing and pure. You got to get down on some of this, and I hand him my water skin.
I take a sip, and I feel better a little bit.
Yeah, you feel better, but you also catch any diseases that Hagomar might have.
Like I slept with all the people he slept with. Yeah, okay. And then I get the hint, and I chug some of that water.
Yep, and you feel like you've had a long rest as well.
Sweet. Yay!
But you also feel like,
I'm waterlogged.
well, your tummy's full of water now, and you'd have to wait before you could chug a lot more.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. All right, Hag.
You got any plans on how to proceed with this keeper of the manor?
Say we just go all in and just say, look at this key. Look, we're trying to escape now.
That's the exact opposite of what I told you to say.
Sorry, I drink too much water. I start getting stir crazy.
Let's go see if we can find Howard.
All right.
And I head back toward the manor.
Pew,
Pew 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 pew
pew,
pew
pew.
pew pew. In the video game sort of way.
Yay! Yeah, so you come to the manor. It looks pretty much the same as you left it. Takes you a while to walk back up there, but it's not too bad.
When we come in, getting back in this hallway, there's a door at the very, very end of the hall. Is that a thing?
Yeah, there's a door there.
Can I go check it?
Yeah,
It takes like 5-10 minutes to walk that far.
you can check it.
I run through it.
Do you?
No, I open up the door.
All right.
Empty space.
Or a really cool carpet design.
Not this way, Hagomar, but I do see a cool, crystal clear pool of water.
Right.
Oh,
And
I know.
you
and
don't-
nothing
you
to
don't
the
actually
north
see that
here.
much further.
Just
I know.
all
Nope, it's all empty space.
right.
I head back into
What a tease.
Fountain Valley.
All right.
Hey, but Howard.
Well, hi.
But Howard,
Where you guys gone?
What have you been up to?
just sleep.
Okay. Well, I'm just doing my rounds. And then
Okay.
he looks down at your feet and he notices a little bit of red clay on them. Wow, where'd you guys go?
Oh, did you know if you go out the side door, there is a lovely lake just not too long of a walk from there.
Oh, yeah.
Really solitary. There's nobody out there.
That's a nice place to go.
Yeah,
Lake of reflection.
lake of
Think
reflection.
about things for a while.
That's right.
Think about what you've done wrong.
Do you have any reflections?
My name's Howard.
what have you ever done anything wrong, but Howard? You seem like such a.
I'm incapable of doing things wrong.
Nah, that doesn't make sense. And I kind of lean on the fountain, and I'm like, what do you? Why do you go all the way out to the lake when you got such a great place to reflect right here?
Well, this fountain's off limits. You're not supposed to touch anything with it.
Oh! And I
It's
put my
not for
hands
reflecting. It's
Well,
for being a fountain.
up. that is a good use for a fountain. I will agree
His
with you.
eyes kind of narrow a little bit when he's looking at you.
You,
Doing things weird.
why can't we touch the fountain though?
Because Master said not to.
Oh, well,
Did he?
Not that Master.
Oh.
what? Now I'm confused, Howard.
So we're not talking about Edwin.
Edwin. You
Edwin.
mean the Master?
Yeah, but
God.
you seem to have more than one master. What?
Don't we all?
I-
Seems for Howard. That's with the B. Don't worry, I won't sing it.
Who's
I won't
the
sing. I won't sing. Sing.
who's your other master?
You just kind of other. I don't know. But Howard's but Howard. Edwin's the master.
Well, Howard, let's go talk to Master number 1, I guess. Number 2, over here in the library. I think he said something different about the what's happening here.
Okay. We can go talk to the master.
Grimlock. we'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll just hang out.
We'll be right back.
I won't touch the fountain though, of course.
But Howard's keeping a close eye on Grimlock, Hagomar. What are you doing?
Oh, I thought he was following me. But Edwin, we have the second key.
You do?
You don't know? You're not there?
Where'd you find it? Was it in the lake?
It was in your bedroom.
My bedroom. Make a deception check.
Yes.
I don't have a bedroom here. I have the library. I had a bedroom. I don't have a bedroom.
Oh, maybe it was a different room.
Why are you trying to deceive me? You know, other guests have come here. None of them gotten out. I don't know what happened to them, but none of them have gotten out.
Why do you call us guests?
Because you don't belong here. This isn't for you. It's for me. It was built for me.
But I think we have weird definition communication about what a guest is. Like, wouldn't that mean we're being welcomed here? Are we guests or are we...
You're a guest in that you don't belong here. You touched the key.
Yes.
And now you're here.
We touched the key. So there was a key that brought us here in the first place.
Yes. My wife's necklace. Obviously. You must have known when you touched it what it would do. You wouldn't just touch something like that. Unless you were curious. Or foolish. I mean, I don't even know what it's still like on the other side. Oh, God. It hurts. I gotta look through the books. I gotta find an answer.
All right, Edwin. All right. Do I remember touching a necklace?
Do a history check.
Okay. Probably the best question for me to actually ask. 16.
Yeah, so now that he mentions the necklace, you do start to have flashback to a kind of a very nice and expensive ruby necklace that, while you can't remember exactly the circumstances that led you to the situation, maybe you were dungeon or inn or ruins of some sort, you'd find a ruby necklace buried, and you and Hagomar, not knowing what it was, not understanding the full power of it, came in contact with it,
Okay.
and that's the last you remember before the darkness and all that.
All right. I ask him one last thing as he turns back to his books. Do you know any way to get the final key from the keeper?
You have to take it from him. I'm too weak. But you look strong and you look capable, and he's not what he used to be.
Flattery will get you nowhere.
Destroy him. And maybe this all unravels. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I don't even know if I care anymore. I've been here so long, and I'm just sick of looking at these books over and over again.
All
I
right.
didn't do anything wrong. I was just trying to save my wife.
All right.
Why did he send me here?
Uh,
Who cares about them fucking villagers?
Who? You stay here. We're gonna figure the rest of this out. I'm gonna.
If you get the key from the keeper, come back. Oh, I'm ready to leave.
Absolutely. You got it.
If you fail, then what difference does it make? And then he goes back to his books.
You got it, champ. Back.
Is
back.
Howard out with me?
Yeah, he's just kind of keeping an eye on you the full time, just kind of staring at you, not moving.
Just periodically being like, I'm Howard.
Yeah.
Approximately how tall is Edwin?
Edwin probably like 5'11".
Okay.
Interesting question.
I head back out.
I get your line of thinking.
All right. He got mad at me, said he was really busy. He pushed me away. So we're back to square one. But he did say something. He said that, but Howard, you might have something for us.
Well, what would I have other than good hospitality?
He says you have the janitor's closet key. That's stupid. Why would I say that?
Have you guys been to the buffet? It's over in the dining room.
Yeah, that wasn't really what we were looking for.
Aren't you hungry? I got lots of food.
How about
all the other guests are in the dining room.
But Howard, can I have a word with my friend here for a second?
Nothing stopping him. And he kind of peers closer, like listen in.
Grimlock, come here for 1 second.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah.
He walks with you, just kind of staring at you.
And I stoop over and I pick him up.
I nuzzle into his arms.
like this. Hey, Edwin says that he has the last key and we need to take it by force. Is this something we need to do?
Yeah, if that's the way to get it from him, I'm all for it. Do you want to just rush in, or should I create a distraction?
Create a distraction.
You got it. Put me down.
I set him down on the ground.
You know, but Howard, I know you say the fountain is off limits, but oh boy! And as I'm saying this, I'm stepping up onto the bench, and then kind of like, it is very nice. And well, I have been wandering this manor for I can hardly tell how long, and I just really could use, a little refreshment. And I hop up onto the fountain, kind of standing just in the lower basin. Oh
Okay.
yeah, this is very nice.
So as you're doing this, like going through this spiel, like he's becoming increasingly more focused on you, and
Mhm.
like normally, like he's kind of bent a little bit at the knees, just kind of like as he's normally walking around. But
Yeah.
as you're doing this, he's like standing up straighter and straighter, um, to probably about his full height, a little over 8 feet or so. Um, and he's just watching you intently. And then as soon as you touch the water, like he gets very, like, very focused. Like, well, that's off limits. You're not supposed to be in the fountain.
Yeah, but
That's
it's so.
You're not being very hospitable.
And I start to like put my hair back, and like, oh, but it's so refreshed.
That's not a good guess.
And I kind of shoot my eyes over at Throng, like,
Uh,
You're
how, so, oh, geez. That's my surprise attack.
and that's when the surprise happens.
So just so clarified, Travis, like you're in the fountain. I just want to.
I'm like standing at the lower basin, kind of like
Yeah.
I can access the water. Yeah.
I'm just trying to understand like where everybody is in the, relation.
Sorry. Yeah. So I'm like right here.
Okay. All right. While that's happening, I start kind of walking back behind Beowulf.
Howard.
Bauer.
And while he's intently looking at Hagmar, I take one of my short swords and I swipe at it. Swipe at one of its. How many legs does it have? It has like 4 legs or it has 3 legs. It's like a tripod, like a.
Well, it has 2
portable.
legs.
Okay.
2 very sturdy legs.
Bipedal.
Oh, okay. Bipedal fucker. Okay. Well, then I changed. I changed my mind, and I. Well, no, fuck it. I'm still gonna try. I'm gonna try to trip it with my short sword.
Alright. I'll make
and-
an attack.
Okay. Fuck it. Try this.
Surprise attack.
Well, I mean, because it's a surprise, I'll say you have advantage on it because he's not really paying attention. And he's
Okay.
completely distracted.
All right. Whee!
Yeah, so you swing down at his leg, and you hit pretty hard with your sword. He like stumbles, like kind of like goes crooked for a second, and then he like immediately like swivels, like his little head just like, and immediately is looking right at you. You're not a good guest. And then his arms come out and they like rotate,
Uh-huh.
and now they're like little, all of a sudden, like there's like almost like a crossbow on both arms, and he like aims them at you, and we're gonna roll initiative.
Yay! Let's go ahead and die, Travis.
Let's do it. I should have definitely taken some damage though, unless he's immune to piercing.
Oh, he did take 7 damage.
Oh my god, 22.
Yeah, this guy's
With
all right.
with surprise attack. Does that mean? Never mind.
Yeah, well, so since I let you get the attack off, I'll say that was kind of the surprise attack.
Okay, yeah, you gave me the advantage.
And so he swivels towards you, and he's going to make, some attacks with his little crossbow arms. So the first shot is a 10.
That misses.
So he shoots at you.
Whoa!
You, like, maybe because he was shocked and he's still a little off balance, it goes wide. He's gonna make another one. 12.
Misses.
Alright, so he's still kind of a little zeroing in on the target. His systems are a little off. 7.
Missed.
Next attack. Okay, and then he's gonna make one more. and so 18.
Okay,
So now, his systems are a little fried already. He's a little off balance, but eventually, after 3 shots at close range, he does find uh, the target. 6 piercing damage.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
All right, and that's gonna do it for him.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of jump back behind the fountain here and cast mirror image. Oh, there it is. And that's going to create 3 illusionary duplicates of myself. So now there are 4 of me standing here on the far side of the fountain.
Okay. We'll go ahead and I'll put some more of you down. So you said there's 4 total?
4 total, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and throw some down just to keep. Alright. And okay.
Yep. And that would be my turn.
Oh my god. So many of you. Okay.
And now it is Throng's turn.
Do I notice that Edwin is moving into the courtyard?
So he's been kind of make a perception check.
Okay. Yeah,
Just kind of
I know you're doing it.
Into the bushes. No, you do not notice.
Okay, all right. I notice you doing it, but I don't know if he notices it. So I just want to, okay.
Well, he's just curious what's all this clanging about going on.
I'm sure. I'm sure he's not a bad guy. All right. So I, spells wise, I will go ahead and do the 2 swings. Do the first swing for
missed.
most definitely, and then swing again. Oh, okay, great.
That is 2 misses.
All right, and then I will.
The Howard.
I swing at his legs, but in the midst of also dodging his 4 crossbows at me, I don't get a good swing arc.
Yeah,
So.
and he's still a little crooked, but he's functioning.
And that'll be it. That'll be my turn.
All right. So he pulls up his 2 little crossbow arms. You can see like a gear rotate, and 2 more crossbow bolts have swung in. He's gonna take 2 shots at you. 9.
Nope.
And 14.
Nope.
Okay. And then he's gonna swivel around. Because he's not too fond of Hagomar either, and he's gonna take 2 shots at Hag.
Okay.
The first one is a 5.
Well, that doesn't hit.
Yeah.
So I gotta roll a d20 real quick.
Yeah.
Sorry. So an 11. So he's not even gonna actually aim at me this time.
So he's aiming at one of your duplicates.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so your duplicate's AC is 10 plus your dexterity modifier.
Yeah.
So yeah, he doesn't hit either way because he only rolled a 5, but he's gonna take 1 more shot at you, and that's a 5 again. So you can roll again to see if it was targeting one of your duplicates, but it doesn't really matter because you missed.
It'll miss either way. So.
Yeah. Okay, so he made his 2 attacks. He's kind of swiveling on his little chicken bone legs.
I just picture him pew 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 and just missing everything he shoots at.
Yeah, kind of like a IG-88.
He's been around a long time.
Yeah.
He's not functioning too well anymore.
Yeah. So then that's my turn.
Yeah.
We're gonna shift slightly. this way. And in unison, we all pull out a crossbow bolt, our crossbow, and realistically, only one of me tries to shoot.
It's kind of like a firing squad.
Yeah.
Only one bullet.
With a critical 23.
Nice.
Why don't I have damage though? 4 damage.
No, I don't. That's not damage. That's you rolling again.
Oh, it rolled it
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Oh. 1d8 plus 1.
You might have to. So you might have to go into that character sheet, and there should be an option like next to where the advantage toggle was to auto roll damage.
Yeah. Auto roll damage. Yep, it's set. Okay. So I just rolled a d8, so it'd be 6 piercing damage. Is what that would have been.
The D8 plus it was a crit, right? So wouldn't it be you roll again?
Oh, do you roll another one?
Yeah. Well, for a crit, it'd be 2. You basically doubled the rolls. for
So 11 damage.
damage. Okay. So he takes 11 damage. Like ping ping, and he kind of like wobbles a little bit on his legs, but he's still functioning. You see like a little spark shoot out, and maybe a gear fall off. All right. Is that it?
Little weeble wobble.
That's it.
Okay. So Throng.
All right. I'm gonna just do the real quick and easy thing. Gonna swing with a short sword. 11. No.
You do not hit.
All right, and then
Flank against him, but it just doesn't seem to have any flanks.
and then I will. Okay, yeah. Swing again.
You do hit that time. You get a good chunk. You slice off a gear.
All right.
He seems to kind of some of his internal mechanisms start malfunctioning.
It's like when Johnny Five dies.
Yeah. Oh, he's looking pretty. He's looking hurt.
But that's my turn. I don't want to do this, but Howard. But we need this key.
You can't leave. Nobody's allowed to. Reboots.
Poor guy.
All right.
That's my turn.
So now he kind of recovers after his little reboot. He's got a nice SSD in there, and he's gonna take 2 shots at Throng. 6.
Nope.
He's rolling awful. 14.
No.
Okay, he's gonna take 2 more shots at you. He's gonna, after those 2 miss, he gets 2 more bolts in there. 18.
Yeah, it's
Okay. 7 damage.
okay.
And he's gonna take 1 more shot at you. 15.
Yeah, that hits.
And 7 more damage.
Okay.
Turning you into a pincushion. It's like, and he kind of like tries to straighten up a little bit, and then he like breaks down a little bit. You know, he's struggling. Okay.
32 minus 14.
20. What was it? 22. 22 minus 14.
18.
8.
Okay. I'm not good at math.
Is it my turn?
It is, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do an Eldritch Blast. So
okay.
that is a ranged spell attack. So just
So
a d20, or is that?
Well, so that's your spell, a d20 plus your spell attack bonus.
Okay, so d20 plus 4. So 23.
Yep, that hits.
So then it's gonna do 1d10 force damage. 5.
So that hits him in the back, and he's and like the crackling. I don't know what kind of energy abjuration. That energy just kind of flows around him. You can see like it's kind of like causing some of his. I don't know what he has inside of him. Short circuit. But you can see he's hurting pretty bad. Surprisingly bad.
But Howard, but
Help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda. That's short circuit too.
and that's it. I'm done.
Throng.
Okay. All right. A little hurt. A little worse for wear, but I'm going to cast. No, I'm going to. I'm going to try to hit him right dead center in the eyeball. Well, he's not looking at me, but on the back of the head. 22.
Okay.
Oh.
You, so you strike in the back of his head, and you actually, a panel on the back of his head kind of falls off when you do that. You can see like there's gears kind of whirring around inside of him, and some of them are actually kind of breaking off and falling off, and he's messed up pretty bad. But he's still functioning. It's not like he's supposed to.
All right.
It really was.
I'm gonna try with my next swing to like stab directly into that panel.
Okay.
14.
You attempt to, and your sword gets caught in the gear as you're doing that, and gets kind of stuck for a second. You're able to pull it out, but didn't really make any impact on him.
All right.
But you do notice that there is some sort of box or container within them that might be either like the central processing unit or like a little hidey hole for any of the special possessions.
All right. Okay. I'm done.
Okay, so now we go to him, and he's kind of spinning around randomly now. He's gonna take one shot at you, Throng. 14.
Miss.
And then he's gonna take one at Hagomar. 7. He's just shooting wildly now.
That misses everybody.
Yeah, he's rolling terribly, but he's just shooting randomly. He's gonna spin around, take one more Throng, a 9. So he shoots off. You can actually hear Edwin being like, like he gets hit, maybe in the library, maybe out in the bushes. You don't know. And then he's gonna spin around and shoot once more at Hagomar. 14.
Okay.
So I guess roll to see if he targeted one of your thingies.
Poor Howard. I feel bad for him.
That was a 3, so he actually targets me.
Okay, so 14. Does that hit?
Yeah, that hits.
7 damage.
Okay.
So a minor miracle is this random spinning and shooting. He does somehow connect with, not knowing that that's the real Hagomar. He somehow manages to connect with it. But that will do with his turn. It's now back to Hagomar. With a nice little fresh crossbow bolt wound.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I will also attack with my crossbow again.
The bolt hits him, but just kind of clangs off.
Okay.
Doesn't manage to do anything.
Well, that's what I got.
Oh, jeez.
Right. That is back to Throng. He's
No!
kind of spinning wildly now.
Doesn't help. It doesn't help me. All right. I'm going to Zephyr Strike him. And then, so that's me running.
Yeah, and then make your attack, right?
Yeah.
With advantage, or is it just regular?
It is with advantage, I believe. Yeah. With advantage.
All right.
To try to hit him in the butthole or wherever, like his brain hole.
All right. So
10 total.
Okay. So as he's spinning around, you just kind of steady your sword, and you just kind of wait for that right opportunity. And as you just wait for that right time, and you stab, and you go right into his eye, and you can hear the shattering of glass, and then suddenly he stops moving, and all the gears slowly stop, and then you actually kind of get your sword dragged a little bit because he falls down to his knees. It's Howard, Howard with the me, and he like falls over. And as he falls over, as he hits the ground, you can see all of a sudden this radiant energy starting to emit from the sides of him, and like as he just kind of starts to almost like evaporate, but into this bright white light, and then his body just suddenly isn't there. There's a box on the floor where his body used to be, but as you look up, you also see him like a little angelic Howard starting to fly up, and like he has little wings on his back now, and he just starts flapping. He's like, "I served you well, master. I'm coming home." And then he flies into the sky, and slowly you lose sight of him, and all that remains is the box.
I kneel down and I pick up the box.
Okay. And as you do that, Edwin starts to walk out. He's gone. He's gone. You guys did it. I can get out of here. I can get out. I'm free.
What do you mean you're free? Or do I lose my mimics at this point? I probably.
Does it say how long that lasts?
I think it lasts a minute. Yeah.
So for right now, I'll say you have them.
Okay.
There's still probably about 30. Probably about 20 seconds left. So I mean, they were gonna start to evaporate, but for this moment, yeah.
We can start a row where it's, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? We're free. We're free.
I've been trapped here for so long. I don't know how long. Centuries, millennia. I'm finally out. Just open the box. Get the key. We can get out of here. I can get out of here.
Well, don't we still need the other key?
Throng said that you guys found it.
All 4 of my images look at Throng like,
my bad.
It's all 3 keys. It's got to be in the box. Let's get out of here.
I still have my short sword that I pulled out of the dissipated body of the Howard getaway. I pointed at Edwin and like, before anything happens, you need to tell us what you did to try to bring your wife back. Who you hurt for this?
What does it matter? I made a deal. I did what I had to do.
A deal with who?
He's like, I'll escape this place with or without you. And he holds up his hand, like kind of almost like he's about to cast something. He's like, with or without you. I didn't deserve to be put in here. What I did, I made a deal. I didn't know what would happen, but I had to try. Wouldn't you do the same thing?
Who'd you make a deal with?
It doesn't really matter. I don't know. Whatever I could find in those books. A demon, the devil. I made a deal with whoever could do what I needed to do. I needed to save my wife. And if you're gonna not let me get out of here, then I'll do what I have to do again.
But your wife is dead.
Yes. Because I didn't understand what that deal really meant. I didn't intend for those villagers to get harmed. He said he could cure her, and all he would have to do is give her sickness to someone else. I didn't know that it meant to everyone in the village. It was my job to look after those people, and I know that. I was the Lord of the land. But we did what we had to do. And we stopped the spread. We burned them all. We did it. It was over. But she got sick again. And there are no more deals to be made. It's not my fault. I didn't know.
You're right. You're right.
If you don't let me out now, I have no more words to say. I've talked enough. I've been here too long. I need to get out.
Um. I was gonna say, do I get the sense that he would work with us?
Make an insight check.
Oh, sorry, advantage. 16.
Okay. You get the sense that he'll do whatever he has to do to get out of here. If you're willing to help him get out, then he's fine. But if you're not, then he's gonna probably do what he feels like he has to do.
Yeah. All right. Look, whatever you've done in the past, you've done. If you need out of here, we need out of here. Let's work together to whatever challenges we have to face and get out of here together.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Let's do it. Open the box. Get the key.
Open the box. What's in the box?
So the box that got left behind is probably like a foot by foot by foot in volume. Do you open the box?
Yeah, I open them.
Okay, so inside you see a few things. You see a doll, similar to the dolls that you threw on the fire, but just a single one. And it's kind of dressed in the same way that Edwin is dressed, like it with a robe. And you can also tell that it's been kind of well taken care of. The hair is well combed. The clothes don't have the holes that Edwin's clothes does. You also find some buttons, similar to the wooden buttons that you had found in the original chest. And they each have a bird carving. And then you find a stone cube about 3 inches in length.
I grab the stone cube,
Okay.
and I grab that with my left hand, and
Okay.
I push the box over to Edwin, and I say, I think these people are. I think you might recognize this doll, and then I push the box over to him,
And there was also old potato in the box. Just
really
Not the
Is it-
potato.
just
Ah!
a single potato.
I take the potato and I eat it.
It tastes like a raw potato.
Do I get any health back?
It's starchy.
Yeah, very starchy and not all that pleasant.
I think
A
that's
little dirty tasting.
jeez.
And a little bit like motor oil was spilled on it at some point.
Hagomar, I think it's pretty safe to say that those dolls weren't dolls. They were the souls of people who Edwin murdered to get his wife to come back. And here in this box now looks to be Edwin's wife. By the way, I'm saying that, and then I want to roll just insight. Am I accurate? Well, not necessarily.
It's
insight.
dressed like Edwin, not Edwin's wife.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just yeah.
It's not. So, make a perception check.
Gotcha. Yeah, sorry, I misread that.
So 11. So you can tell it looks like more like it's similar to those dolls, but it doesn't have kind of the same hum to it, like the same lifelike features. It feels more like it was carved.
Yeah, you're talking about hair, and the hair got. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, like ooh, coif. It's like ooh, nice, pretty.
Yeah, it's of Edwin. It's not of his wife.
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
No, that's cool.
I'm sticking with it. I'm stupid. I'm not that wise. Here you go. Anyways, souls, dolls. Am I right? Am I right? Hagomar?
Yeah. What are we gonna do about it?
And while that's been happening, your little secondary visions have all kind of disappeared.
That's fine.
So you run out of time.
My bad. Let's put these keys in.
Yes, let's. And Edwin gets uncomfortably close.
And I pick up the. He doesn't pick up the doll, right? He doesn't pick up his version of the doll.
He looks at it, but he he's so locked into the fact that he's getting out of here that he could care less about that crap.
All right.
He kicks over the boxes he's walking by, and the buttons spill out and scatter across the floor, but he doesn't pay any attention to them.
All right. I pick up the doll and I am into my right hand. So I have the cube and I have his doll.
Mhm.
Like, all right, let's do this.
Okay.
And I go put my cube into the slot.
Your cube slot.
My cube slot.
And it locks in. You can feel, well, you see some more of the symbols light up, and there's like a hum, even greater now to the fountain than before. And the water flow itself is like increasing.
And I back away from it.
Yeah. Well,
How does Edwin react to that happen?
well, he's still excited, but the sphere is still missing. So he's looks to Hagomar, or he's like, "All right, which one of you has the sphere? Go ahead and put it in."
I start to pull my backpack off from around, and I open the flap and I start to reach in, and I'm like really confused. I'm like, it's weird.
Oh, here we go.
I swore we had it. It was in here a minute ago.
All right, can I roll against us?
Well, so
I'm
Hagomar,
playing to my personality trait.
make a deception check. With I think you get advantage, or no, like you get disadvantage, right? Because you guys had talked about this. If you make a deception towards
so
Throng.
No, I get
Thr-
advantage.
Throng knows I'm lying.
Yeah.
Throng
Okay.
knows, and I'm not trying to hide it from Throng necessarily.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then just make a regular deception.
Yeah, it's a 9.
Yeah, this is just a joke. for us.
I'm not trying to. Honestly, I'm just trying to play to the fact that my personality trait is I lie about everything. So.
All right. No, it's all good. Edwin, though, I mean, 9 is probably not going to get it done.
Okay.
Edwin, he's like, there's no way you would lose it. How could you possibly lose it?
Yep. Sorry, it shuffled under some of my my forgery kits.
You could see arcane energy starting to form around his hand, but then as soon as you say and then he's like, it kind of retracts.
And then Edwin takes you and then pushes your head in the water.
He's like, God damn it!
I produce the stone, and I just kind of look at Throng, and I'm like, are you sure about this? And I approach the fountain and kind of have to climb up because I'm a little short to try and get the stone up into position.
Watching intently.
Okay.
Yeah, and I put it in its place.
So as soon as you put it in, the part of the pillar that had the slots actually kind of spins around, and it's almost like it's unscrewing itself, and it moves down the symbols on the pillar that are now all lit up, and reveals like a little cubby hole where the slots were, and then inside you can see a necklace, a ruby necklace, the same necklace as what you had touched, or what Throng had remembered touching to bring you guys here.
Does Hagomar recognize the necklace now that he sees it?
Make a history check.
What's that?
No, It feels like it should jog a memory. Like there's no way it shouldn't, but for some reason, maybe just like the flashing light
Maybe I'm
and all
not
the
really paying
water
attention.
hitting him. Yeah, he's just not even thinking like to recall what that memory is. Like it's back in his head, it's niggling him, but he's just not paying attention. But Edwin, as soon as he sees that necklace, he runs up and he attempts uh, to touch it.
Edwin, stop! And I hold up his doll.
He's like, none of that has any power over me. I'm out of here, buddy. And he reaches out and he attempts to touch it unless you guys try to make an attempt to stop him.
Yeah. Well, I throw the doll at him and then leap at him.
Um, make a athletics check to see whether you. 22.
22.
So you throw the doll, and it hits him right in the head.
And as he's doing that, I'll cast Mage Hand.
He causes him to stumble a little bit.
I'll cast Mage Hand and attempt to grab the necklace and pull it away from the fountain.
Okay. Let me just make a check.
We're gonna be stuck in here forever, Travis.
So make a sleight of hand check, and I'll compare that against his.
18.
All right. So Mage Hand grabs the necklace, and as it's yanking back to kind of pull it towards. You said you're pulling it towards yourself, or
Just away from the fountain. So let's.
Okay.
I'll kind of pull it out, like so just kind of out here over the tulips.
Okay, I got you. So as you're doing that, as you're pulling it away, his hand reaches out and attempts to grasp it, and just gets air, and
Okay.
the necklace goes to where you want it to go. So, it's like, what are you doing? Let us. We could get out of here. We can all use it. Let's just get out. And he's getting very agitated.
If we can all use it, let's go. But behind me. And Hagomar, let's go.
It's like, I don't even care anymore. Whichever one of you wants to go first, it's fine. Just let me out of here. I can't wait any longer.
All right, Throng. If you're convinced, come grab the necklace.
All right, where was it? Like right here.
It's just I'm hanging it out over here.
Okay.
You can see the agitation is probably. Edwin's hands are kind of like glowing with energy, like a purplish.
Yeah.
With little black little rivets around it.
Once we're through.
But he's not attacking yet.
Once we're through, then come on in if you want. And then I grab the ruby necklace.
Okay. So, are you just holding it by the chain or what?
History wise, how did I touch it initially? Do I remember?
I can't remember what your role was.
I can
I'll
scroll.
say that you remember that you touched the gem itself. It wasn't like the chain.
Okay. Oh, okay. So it's like a silver chain with. It's not like.
Well, it's a gold chain, and at the end there's like a.
Okay.
Attached to it is a ruby, and there's like gold band keeping the ruby attached to the necklace.
Okay. All right. Then I touched the gemule.
Okay, as you do that, you vamp out.
Bam.
There's a flash of light, and you're gone.
Oh
And
god.
the necklace drops to the ground.
Oh god.
Quick point of order.
I'm dead. I just died.
Are these doors still open, or did those get closed?
I'll say they're like partially open. Like you opened them up, and you looked out, but I can't remember if like you swung them wide.
Okay.
But they're partially open.
So I with my mage hand still kind of floating right here, Throng, is gone. And I'm like, all right. We know that it works. I'm gonna get out of here, and then the necklace is all yours, okay?
Just be on with it.
Okay, and so I start to walk this way, and I walk towards it, but the mage hand kind of drifts, kind of like a few feet ahead of me as I get closer and closer to this door.
Okay.
I
He's kind of walking towards you as you do that, but he hasn't, like, the arcane energy is still in his hands, but he's not like attacking it.
Okay.
He's just trying to get out.
I allow the mage hand to go through the door and just, like a foot or so out the door into the eternal area. And as it reaches out there, I reach my hand up to touch the gem.
Okay. So as he sees the gem going out the door, he starts to run, but then you touch it and you disappear. You bamf out. And so you both return to wherever it was. You go through kind of a similar weird experience where you go through darkness and then light, and you both reappear where you originally touched the necklace, wherever that may be. Won't go into specifics because I haven't thought about that. I don't want to tell you what
Some random dungeon somewhere.
Yeah. And I'm gonna go ahead and make a athletics check to see if he's able to get to the necklace before. Let's see. So you guys appear, and
Did I screw up your final fight?
no, because I'll say this.
Let's talk about it after.
That's fine. That's fine.
So you guys arrive. You have the necklace, the gem. As you get out, it starts to fade, and eventually it crumbles into dust. Without the keeper to keep control of the pocket dimension that was contained within that gem, it eventually just dissipates and disintegrates and is no more. So you now have a gold necklace with no gem. Not bad for a day's work in a dungeon. That's where we'll conclude.
I give Throng a big hug and say, "We did it! Yay!
We did it! Yeah, good job! Another successful dungeon crawl."
And I'll say that I don't know if you ever plan on playing these characters again, but you get enough XP to level up from it.
Yay!
Yeah, level 4.
And that's
All right. Good.
All right, hey man.
Great job, John. Thank you so much for that was incredible. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching this 3-part installment of our D&D one-shots. Thank you so much to John for writing the one-shot and being the DM. Thanks to Brandon for playing. Not that he had any choice. But thanks to you for watching. We really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to hit that thumbs up, that like button, and subscribe so that you know every time we go live with our podcast or whenever we post new videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time.